Parshat Vayishlach. Genesis 32. Jacob sent messengers ahead of him to his brother Esau to the land of Seir, the field of Edom. And he commanded them, saying, So shall you say to my master Esau, Thus said your servant Jacob, I have sojourned with Laban, and I have tarried until now, and I have acquired oxen and donkeys, flocks, manservants, and maidservants, and I have sent to tell this to my master, to find favor in your eyes. The messengers returned to Jacob, saying, We came to your brother to Esau, and he is also coming toward you, and 400 men are with him. Jacob became very frightened and was distressed, so he divided the people who were with him, and the flocks and the cattle and the camels into 2 camps. And he said, If Esau comes to one camp and strikes it down, the remaining camp will escape. And Jacob said, O Elohim of my father Abraham, and Elohim of my father Isaac, Shechem, who said to me, Return to your land and to your birthplace, and I will do good to you. I have become small from all the kindnesses and from all the truth that you have rendered your servant, for with my staff I crossed this Jordan, and now I have become 2 camps. Now deliver me from the hand of my brother, from the hand of Esau, for I am afraid of him, lest he come and strike me, and strike a mother with children. And you said, I will surely do good with you, and I will make your seed as numerous as the sand of the sea, which cannot be counted because of multitude. So he lodged there on that night, and he took from what came into his hand a gift for his brother Esau, 200 she-goats and 20 he-goats, 200 ewes and 20 rams, 30 nursing camels with their young, 40 cows and 10 bulls, 20 she-donkeys and 10 he-donkeys. And he gave into the hands of his servants each herd individually. And he said to his servants, Pass on ahead of me and make a space between one herd and another herd. And he commanded the first one, saying, When my brother Esau meets you and asks you, saying, To whom do you belong, and where are you going, and for whom are these before you? You shall say, I belong to your servant Jacob. It is a gift sent to my master Esau, and behold, he himself is behind us. And he commanded also the second one, also the third one, also all those who followed the herd, saying, In this manner shall you speak to Esau when you meet him. And you shall say, Also, behold, your servant Jacob is behind us. For he said, I will appease his anger with the gift that is going before me, and afterwards I will see his face. Perhaps he will favor me. So the gift passed on before him, and he lodged that night in the camp. And he arose during that night, and he took his 2 wives and his 2 maidservants and his 11 children, and he crossed the ford of the Jabbok. And he took them and brought them across the stream, and he took across what was his. And Jacob was left alone, and a man wrestled with him until the break of dawn. When he saw that he could not prevail against him, he touched the socket of his hip, and the socket of Jacob's hip became dislocated as he wrestled with him. And he said, Let me go, for dawn is breaking. But he said, I will not let you go unless you have blessed me. So he said to him, What is your name? And he said, Jacob. And he said, Your name shall no longer be called Jacob, but Israel, because you have striven with Elohim and with men, and you have prevailed. And Jacob asked and said, Now tell me your name. And he said, Why is it that you ask for my name? And he blessed him there. And Jacob named the place Peniel, for he said, I saw Elohim face to face, and my soul was delivered. And the sun rose for him when he passed Penuel, and he was limping on his thigh. Therefore the children of Israel may not eat the displaced tendon which is on the socket of the hip, until this day, for he touched the socket of Jacob's hip in the hip sinew. Genesis 33. Jacob lifted his eyes and saw, and behold, Esau was coming, and with him were 400 men. So he divided the children with Leah and with Rachel and with the 2 maidservants. And he placed the maidservants and their children first, and Leah and her children after, and Rachel and her Joseph last. And he went ahead of them and prostrated himself to the ground 7 times, until he came close to his brother. And Esau ran toward him and embraced him, and he fell on his neck and kissed him, and they wept. And he lifted his eyes and saw the women and the children, and he said, Who are these to you? And he said, The children with whom Elohim has favored your servant. And the maidservants and their children drew near and prostrated themselves. And Leah and her children drew near and prostrated themselves. And after them Joseph and Rachel drew near and prostrated themselves. And he said, "What is to you the purpose of all this camp that I have met?" And he said, "To find favor in my master's eyes." But Esau said, "I have plenty, my brother. Let what you have remain yours." Thereupon Jacob said, "Please know, if indeed I have found favor in your eyes, then you shall take my gift from my hand, because I have seen your face, which is like seeing the face of Elohim, and you have accepted me. Now take my gift, which has been brought to you, for Elohim has favored me with it, and because I have everything." He prevailed upon him, and he took it. Thereupon he said, "Travel, and we will go, and I will go alongside you." And he said to him, "My master knows that the children are tender, and the flocks and the cattle which are raising their young depend upon me, and if they overdrive them one day, all the flocks will die. Now let my master go ahead before his servant, and I will move at my own slow pace, according to the pace of the work that is before me, and according to the pace of the children, until I come to my master, to Seir." Thereupon Esau said, "Let me leave with you some of the people who are with me." But he said, "Why do that? May I find favor in my master's eyes." So Esau returned on that day on his way to Seir. And Jacob traveled to Succoth, and built himself a house, and for his cattle he made booths. Therefore he named the place Succoth. And Jacob came safely to the city of Shechem, which is in the land of Canaan, when he came from Padan Aram, and he encamped before the city. And he bought the part of the field where he had pitched his tent from the sons of Hamor, the father of Shechem, for 100 casitas. There he erected an altar, and he named it El Elohim of Israel. Genesis 34. Dinah, the daughter of Leah, whom she had borne to Jacob, went out to look about among the daughters of the land. And Shechem, the son of Hamor, the Hivite, the prince of the land, saw her, and he took her, lay with her, and violated her. And his soul cleaved to Dinah, the daughter of Jacob. He loved the girl and spoke to the girl's heart. And Shechem spoke to his father Hamor, saying, "Take this girl for me as a wife." Jacob had heard that he had defiled his daughter Dinah, but his sons were with his livestock in the field, and Jacob kept silent until they came home. And Hamor, the father of Shechem, went out to Jacob to speak with him. And Jacob's sons had come from the field when they heard, and the men were grieved, and they burned fiercely because he had committed a scandalous act in Israel, to lie with a daughter of Jacob, and such ought not to be done. And Hamor spoke with them, saying, "My son Shechem, his soul, has a liking for your daughter. Please give her to him for a wife, and intermarry with us. You shall give us your daughters, and you shall take our daughters for yourselves. And you shall dwell with us, and the land shall be before you. Remain, do business there, and settle there." And Shechem said to her father and to her brothers, "May I find favor in your eyes. Whatever you tell me, I will give. Impose upon me a large marriage settlement and gifts, and I will give as much as you ask of me, but give me the girl for a wife." Thereupon Jacob's sons answered Shechem and his father Hamor with cunning, and they spoke, because after all he had defiled their sister Dinah. And they said to them, "We cannot do this thing, to give our sister to a man who has a foreskin, for that is a disgrace to us. But with this, however, we will consent to you if you will be like us, that every male will be circumcised. Then we will give you our daughters, and we will take your daughters for ourselves, and we will dwell with you and become one people. But if you do not listen to us to be circumcised, we will take our daughter and go." Their words pleased Hamor and Shechem, the son of Hamor. And the young man did not delay to do the thing, because he desired Jacob's daughter, and he was the most honored in all his father's household. And Hamor and his son Shechem came to the gate of their city. And they spoke to the people of their city, saying, "These men are peaceful with us, and they will dwell in the land and do business there, and the land, behold, it is spacious enough for them. We will take their daughters for ourselves as wives, and we will give them our daughters. However, only with this condition, will the men consent to dwell with us, to become one people, by every male among us being circumcised, just as they are circumcised? Then shall not their cattle, their property, and all their beasts be ours? But let us consent to them, and they will dwell with us. And all those coming out of the gate of his city listened to Hamor and his son Shechem. And every male, all who went out of the gate of his city, became circumcised. Now it came to pass on the third day, when they were in pain, that Jacob's 2 sons, Simeon and Levi, Dinah's brothers, each took his sword, and they came upon the city with confidence, and they slew every male. And Hamor and his son Shechem they slew with the edge of the sword, and they took Dinah out of Shechem's house and left. Jacob's sons came upon the slain and plundered the city that had defiled their sister. Their flocks and their cattle and their donkeys and whatever was in the city and whatever was in the field they took, and all their wealth and all their infants and their wives they captured and plundered, and all that was in the house. Thereupon Jacob said to Simeon and to Levi, "You have troubled me, to discredit me among the inhabitants of the land, among the Canaanites and among the Perizzites, and I am few in number, and they will gather against me and attack me, and I and my household will be destroyed." And they said, "Shall he make our sister like a harlot?" Genesis 35. And Elohim said to Jacob, "Arise and go up to Beth-el and abide there, and make there an altar to El, who appeared to you when you fled from your brother Esau." Thereupon Jacob said to his household and to all those who were with him, "Remove the deities of the foreign nations which are in your midst, purify yourselves and change your clothes, and we will arise and go up to Beth-el, and I will make an altar to El, who answered me on the day of my distress, and was with me on the way that I went." And they gave Jacob all the foreign Elohim of the nations that were in their possession, and the earrings that were in their ears. And Jacob hid them under the terebinth that was near Shechem. Then they traveled, and the terror of Elohim was upon the cities that were around them, so that they did not pursue Jacob's sons. And Jacob came to Luz, which is in the land of Canaan, that is Beth-el, he and all the people who were with him. He built there an altar, and he called the place El Beth-el, for there the Elohim had been revealed to him, when he fled from before his brother Esau. And Deborah, Rebekah's nurse, died, and she was buried beneath Beth-el, beneath the plain, so he named it Alon Bachuth. And Elohim appeared again to Jacob when he came from Padan Aram, and he blessed him. Elohim said to him, "Your name is Jacob. Your name shall no longer be called Jacob, but Israel shall be your name." And he named him Israel. And Elohim said to him, "I am El Shaddai. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a multitude of nations shall come into existence from you, and kings shall come forth from your loins. And the land that I gave to Abraham and to Isaac I will give to you, and to your seed after you will I give the land." And Elohim went up from him in the place where he had spoken with him. Now Jacob had erected a monument in the place where he had spoken with him, a stone monument, and he poured a libation upon it, and then he poured oil upon it. Jacob named the place where Elohim had spoken with him Beth-el, and they journeyed from Beth-el, and there was still some distance to come to Ephrath. And Rachel gave birth, and her labor was difficult. It came to pass, when she had such difficulty giving birth, that the midwife said to her, "Do not be afraid, for this one too is a son for you." And it came to pass, when her soul departed, for she died, that she named him Ben-Oni, but his father called him Benjamin. So Rachel died, and she was buried on the road to Ephrath, which is Bethlehem. And Jacob erected a monument on her grave. That is the tombstone of Rachel until this day. Israel journeyed, and he pitched his tent at some distance past the Tower of Ader. And it came to pass, when Israel sojourned in that land, that Reuben went and lay with Bilhah, his father's concubine, and Israel heard of it, and so the sons of Jacob were 12. The sons of Leah were Reuben, Jacob's firstborn, and Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, and Zebulun. The sons of Rachel, Joseph and Benjamin. The sons of Bilhah, Rachel's maidservant, Dan and Naphtali. The sons of Zilpah, Leah's maidservant, Gad and Asher. These are Jacob's sons who were born to him in Padan Aram. And Jacob came to his father Isaac to Mamre, Kiriath Arba, which is Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac dwelt. The days of Isaac were 180 years, and Isaac expired and died and was gathered into his peoples, old and sated with days, and his sons Esau and Jacob buried him. Genesis 36. And these are the generations of Esau, that is, Edom. Esau took his wives from the daughters of Canaan: Adah, daughter of Elon the Hittite, and Oholibamah, daughter of Anah, daughter of Zibeon the Hivite; also Basemath, daughter of Ishmael, sister of Nebaioth. Adah bore Eliphaz to Esau, and Basemath bore Roel. Oholibamah bore Jush and Jalam and Korah. These are the sons of Esau who were born to him in the land of Canaan. And Esau took his wives, his sons, and his daughters, and all the people of his household, and his cattle, and all his animals, and all his property, that he had acquired in the land of Canaan. And he went to another land because of his brother Jacob. For their possessions were too numerous for them to dwell together, and the land of their sojournings could not support them because of their livestock. So Esau dwelt on Mount Seir Esau, that is Edom. And these are the generations of Esau, the progenitor of Edom, on Mount Seir. These are the names of Esau's sons: Eliphaz son of Adah, the wife of Esau; Reuel son of Basemath, the wife of Esau. The sons of Eliphaz were Teman, Omar, Zepho, Gatam, and Kenaz. And Timnah was a concubine to Eliphaz son of Esau, and she bore to Eliphaz Amalek. These are the sons of Adah, the wife of Esau. And these are the sons of Reuel: Nahath, Zerah, Shammah, and Mizah. These are the sons of Basemath, the wife of Esau. And these are the sons of Oholibamah, daughter of Anah, daughter of Zibeon, the wife of Esau. She bore to Esau Jush, Jalam, and Korah. These became the chieftains of the sons of Esau, the sons of Eliphaz, Esau's firstborn, chief Teman, chief Omar, chief Zepho, chief Kenaz, chief Korah, chief Gatam, chief Amalek. These are the chieftains of Eliphaz in the land of Edom. These are the sons of Adah. And these are the sons of Reuel, the son of Esau: chief Nahath, chief Zerah, chief Shammah, and chief Mizah. These are the chieftains of Reuel in the land of Edom. These are the sons of Basemath, the wife of Esau. And these are the sons of Oholibamah, the wife of Esau: chief Jush, chief Jalam, chief Korah. These are the chieftains of Oholibamah, daughter of Anah, the wife of Esau. These are the sons of Esau, and these are their chieftains. He is Edom. These are the sons of Seir the Horite, the inhabitants of the land: Lotan, Shobal, Zibeon, and Anah, Dishon, Ezer, and Dishan. These are the chieftains of the Horites, the sons of Seir in the land of Edom. The sons of Lotan were Hori and Hamam, and the sister of Lotan was Timnah. And these are the sons of Shobal: Alvan, Manahath, and Ebal, Shepho, and Onam. And these are the sons of Zibeon: Ayah and Anah. He is Anah, who found the mules in the wilderness when he pastured the donkeys for his father Zibeon. And these are the sons of Anah: Dishon and Oholibamah, the daughter of Anah. And these are the sons of Dishan: Hemdan, Eshban, Ithran, and Cheran. These are the sons of Ezer: Bilhan, Zavan, and Akan. These are the sons of Dishan: Uz and Aran. These are the chieftains of the Horites: chief Lotan, chief Shobal, chief Zibeon, chief Anah, chief Dishon, chief Ezer, and chief Dishan. These are the chieftains of the Horites, according to their chieftains in the land of Seir. And these are the kings who reigned in the land of Edom before any king reigned over the children of Israel. Bela, son of Beor, reigned in Edom, and the name of his city was Dinhabah. Bela died, and Jobab, son of Zerah of Bozrah, reigned in his stead. And Jobab died, and Husham of the land of the Temanites reigned in his stead. Husham died, and Hadad, son of Bedad, who defeated Midian in the field of Moab, reigned in his stead. The name of his city was Avith. Hadad died, and Samlah of Masrekah reigned in his stead. Samlah died, and Saul of Rehoboth by the river reigned in his stead. Saul died, and Baal-Hanan, son of Achbor, reigned in his stead. Baal-Hanan, son of Achbor, died, and Hadar reigned in his stead. The name of his city was Pau. His wife's name was Mehetabel, daughter of Matred, the daughter of Me-Zahab. And these are the names of the chieftains of Esau, according to their clans, according to their places, by their names: Chief Timnah, Chief Alva, Chief Jetheth, Chief Oholibama, Chief Ela, Chief Pinon, Chief Kenaz, Chief Teman, Chief Mibzar, Chief Magdiel, Chief Iram. These are the chieftains of Edom, according to their dwelling places in the land of their possession, that is Esau, father of the Edomites,